In August 2003, Matt Thompson was struck by lightning in Colorado.
So my tongue ring.
It blew out.
No, dude.
Was the lightning attracted to his metal tongue piercing?
Oh, it's broken off in there, it looks like.
To test the myth that body jewelry increases your chance of being struck, Adam and Jamie have enlisted the help of Delta Star West. They manufacture industrial-grade electrical machinery.
We still feel nice and cool.
Adam's freshly made gelatin heads are the focal points.
He has to suffer as much as I have.
A metal stud expertly fitted to one dummy's lower lip.
I should have been a surgeon. All right, let's see how it does.
We have this gigantic bank of capacitors, which creates over 1 million volts at something like 1,000 amps. And it's sending electricity across this wire through this electrode, and these heads, which are grounded, will complete the circuit.
Essentially, they're making mini lightning at the flick of a switch. 1 million volts stored in a capacitor will discharge down a wire, jumping to the ground through one of the two heads.
We're hoping to find that it shows a preference to go to one head or the other. And if it shows a preference to go to the one with the barbell, then we'll know that you're more likely to get struck by lightning. If it doesn't, if it goes for this head, then the myth is busted.
Real lightning can be over 100 million volts. It kills about 100 Americans a year. This 1 million volt jolt would still turn you into toast. Everyone's keeping a safe distance.
We're good.
The lightning will discharge into one of the heads. It takes just a fraction of a second. It's hit the head on the right. You can see it in freeze frame. Here it is again on high-speed camera.
Well, it went to the one without the barbell in it.
It did.
We learned a couple of really important things from the first test, and the first thing was that the lightning bolt went to the top of the head and no place else on the electrode, which tells us that that our rig is nicely set up. It's pretty neutral, and we are getting current to go through the head itself and not through the steel. The second most important thing that we learned about this was that the discharge actually went to the head without the piercing. So this not looking too good right now.
But the testing has just started. In the interests of accuracy, they move each head to the opposite spike.
We're just doing a control by swapping the heads on the rig and making sure that the rig doesn't prefer one direction or the other.
This time it hit the stud head.
Well, one, I think, really important thing that I just saw was, I guess I was focusing in the right place at the right time. I saw the lightning bolt travel down like this, and it went right along this pathway. It did not go to that. So even in the head, if this was an attractant, thing for the lightning bolt, it would have gone there and down or something like that. It didn't. I clearly saw it take a pathway right down to the top of this.
We're good to go on another shot.
So the lightning hit the head, but not the stud.
Same thing.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Interesting that it really doesn't do anything to the gelatin that we can see.
Truly.
So that's 2 strikes to the pierced head, 1 to the control head. Will swapping them back make a difference? It's the pierced head again, but a confusing pattern is emerging. The charge often goes to the piercing side, but it never seems to touch the metal. The MythBusters won't be satisfied until they can see the lightning hit the stud directly.
Jamie, we've now run this a dozen times or more. The heads are working perfectly, the rig is working great, we're getting consistent strikes, always to the top of the head. Not once has the lightning gone right for the stud.
Yeah, all we've got left to do is put a bunch of studs in there, some really big ones maybe, see what happens, see if we can get something to react to them.
Like nuts and bolts and knives and forks?
Yeah.
Adam has apparently read the Hannibal Lecter style guide.
All right, I think that's a pretty good look there, Jamie. What do you think?
Well, maybe more is better.
Let's fire it up.
Okay.
I mean, it went to the head with the studs in it.
Still didn't touch the studs. Went right down through the middle.
Yeah.
Maybe even more metal. Of course, if your tongue piercing is this big, lightning is the least of your worries.
I saw it go into the top of the head and go out to the bolt and back in.
It just goes to show, you know, don't put any really big bolts in your mouth during a thunderstorm.
Finally, a test for the mother of all studs.
Well, cheek piercing there.
It's unlikely to catch on at many nightclubs, though it might just help you get in the door. Will it attract lightning? At last, a direct hit.
Well, that knocked the doorknob right out of his face.
The MythBusters are unconvinced that studs attract lightning. While the Zap did seem to prefer the head with the piercing, a lack of consistent direct hits suggests some other unknown factor was involved.
We could have done this 1,000 times and still not gotten that same result. You know, lightning is just really unpredictable.
You know, that might be the case, Jimmy, but we do know that metal does have an effect, you know, depending on how much of it there is and where it is on the body. And we did get a strike right to the doorknob, but come on, who wears a doorknob?
The only thing this myth has shown the guys for sure is that Adam's wild days are over.
Heaven. Oh, God. That was horrible. There we go. My tongue is free.